Oh my gosh, what do we do? We're surrounded. Good thing we have a Ripper. Look at the multi-kill. Oh my goodness gracious. This is the most unforgiving thing. The Ripper. It's so violent, so graphic. Oh, right in the guts, and it's a double whammy.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the General's back here, and today we're starting out with defending our Volt 88, because apparently these gunners want to take control of it. It said, Quincy wasn't enough, we have to expand our territory, take out the Minutemen. We're not having that. Any way, shape, or form. We're gonna murk all these dudes. Swiftly, just like the Minutemen General would do. Oh, that was really awesome and gruesome, and it felt right. And that really actually was faster than I thought it was going to be. We're going to take all of this stuff, and you might be like, why? But it's because we need it for something later. But yeah, that was a great way to start the video. Welcome back, the Minutemen General here, aka Silly Dilly, and we are back in the realm of Fallout. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about the series. Just because I've released some different content doesn't mean anything. Minutemen General's not going anywhere, so don't you worry. All you viewers out there that love watching us bring justice to the Commonwealth, there'll be plenty of content to go around. That being said, after stripping these gunners of their clothes and their dignity, and then pushing all that junk onto Kate, we are going to... What are we going to do? Okay, this episode, alright. Nice. We got the little baseball logo. Apparently glitched out, but either way, it's cool. So, this episode is not going to start or take place at Volt 88. It's only a starting point.
What is it?
This episode is going to be focused around dun 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 dun, Sunshine Tidings CO. And yes, for those of you asking, this is another drumroll, please. Settle. Alright, so making our way across this nice, beautiful dam in the Commonwealth. The General and his sidekick, Kate, companion at the time being, decide to go off-road, where the dirt path begins and pavement society ends. And upon this, we see some tire marks. I mean, civilization's still ahead, which is good. And then, whoa, what is this monstrosity that we see? What the heck? Oh, we take in the view, take in the awe. This beautiful, beautiful fortification of some sort of settlement that we see here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is none other than Sunshine Tidings CO-OP. And in our playthrough, this is no longer a hippie robot sanctuary for, I don't know, 420 enjoying Mr. Handy's. Instead, no, the Minutemen have transferred, have, completely redone, revamped, and made Sunshine Tidings CO. Sunshine Trading Camp. This is a training camp or boot camp of sorts for our Minutemen militia, so we can train troops faster, more efficiently, make them better in combat, and just give them all around better military experience and stuff like that. Training, like official training, more than the original Minutemen had, since they were just all farmers and such. We give these guys some actual training. So with that being said, let's traverse inside. So at the entrance here, we have, obviously, our Minutemen faction flag stating what faction we're in. We have some minigun Terrans right here, pimped out, ready to destroy. Oh, sorry about the frames. I don't know what's that up with that. I don't know why we're lagging so much. Maybe it's because this is a big settlement, but I digress. So walking through, this is our little entryway, our little gate. Usually there are 2 Minutemen here on guard, as I see one is taking a break and the other one's doing a good job. You're getting paid a bonus this week, sir. Thank you for standing your ground. This guy's getting dock pay. And there's a little walkway into the training yard. So, upon first glance, you can see we have some power pylons and some flags going on. We have some vegetation, all sorts of cool things. So, starting off the bat, we'll go take a look at the farmland in the main hub area. So this is the main hub, Sunshine, Tidings Co. Let me
We'd move faster
name
if
it
we
for you,
kept drones in the
Sunshine
road at all the
Tidings
yards.
Co-op. But it's really our training yard now. We have scavenger station, chem station, weapons workbench. We have our Sunshine Tidings terminal, which has some lucrative information and lore about the settlement before we get here. On the side, we have a armor workbench, you know, little container for someone to put some stuff in, some tools. We have a set of T-45 Minutemen power armor on standby, ready for one of our Minutemen
Got work
people
to
to
do.
hop in and
Can't talk
defend the
now.
settlement if need be. We have a settler apparently who wants to be in the video. Okay, but going out
Be
here,
back
this
in
is
Fallout
our
City one of these days. Biggest
okay.
town I ever saw.
As soon as this guy moves,
Out here, you
this is
better
our
take those
our
windows.
tato farm. Is well maintained. If you see here, we have a little gate. It's pretty thick. It's pretty luscious, if we do say so ourselves. There's a lot of potatoes here. It's a lot of manpower it
You know
takes
what I
to
call a good
work
day?
these crops, so
One that
it's got to
ends
keep a
well
lot
for
of
just a minute.
Minutemen on their toes and remember where they came from. Keep them grounded so they can,
The
farm and
facts
help
aren't
us out.
much,
Because,
but it's
having an
something.
entire army and our militia under our control. Oh, they're going to settler! Having an entire militia under our control.
Watch
I'm
your
gonna
acting
do it.
when he
I'm
blisters
gonna
out.
do it, dude. Having an entire militia under our control is expensive and takes resources, and one of those resources being food. So we can close that up. Whatever, it's cool. All right, next is gonna be the mess hall, I guess, because that's probably least interesting. So coming over here, we have a little cook station outside. We have our grill for all our Minutemen dads that want to, drink a brewski, make some meat. And we got a little rusty door, and upon entering, we have nice picnic tables set up here for all of our Minutemen and women to enjoy a nice meal whenever they're on lunch or whatever, they're feeling hungry. We have some refrigerators for them, stocked with some yummy, yummy, yummy food. Look at all those bowl of noodles. You want some of that ramen. Got a stove. We got another cooking stove in here, so you can cook more stuff. We got some counter space, to make some things that aren't exactly in the stove. Little dog bowl for our doggies here whenever we get one. I don't think we have any here yet, but coming outside here, we'll get straight into the armory. So back here we have a little fortified area. We have a little porta potty with no toilet apparently, and some gates. I don't have the entire perimeter of this place surrounded, but that's okay. We have enough soldiers here and enough manpower to defend it anyway. We're not. That's not the goal. Is not to like surround this settlement per se. It's okay to be a little open spaced and stuff like that. We're okay with that. So that being said, we've left the majority of it. We have some choke points here protected. Like for instance, entrance to the armory seems like a pretty good thing to have barricaded up, even though we have some defenses up top there. So that's what's up with some of the fencing. It's not incomplete. It's just we only wanted to have certain areas blocked off. We have a little crevice back here. I'm not sure what I want to do with this area yet, but shove a prisoner in there or something. I don't know, one of the naughty settlers. Okay, but going into the barracks slash armory for Sunshine Trading Co., we have our Minuteman arsenal here on the wall in order with focused laser musket, the laser musket standard edition, and the scattered laser musket. So we have, three types of guns for all sorts of combat. We have a bed back here for one of our Minutemen soldiers that's on guard. One of our guards, we have a flag. Here's our little locker room area. Here's the rest of our arsenal. We have some tactical boosted agitated plasma pistols. We have 10 mils for our Minutemen. We have some sighted laser pistols and just our regular standard laser pistols, all decked out with Minutemen propaganda slash camo, except for that one because, can't apply it. Losers. Over here we have the scattered laser rifle, the Markman's overcharged laser rifle, the improved scattered maximized laser rifle, and we have a muzzled advanced assault rifle all decked out with the matching Minutemen aesthetic camos, which is pretty sick. Love that. It makes the vibe and the aesthetic of the entire game and settlement come together a lot more. And here we have another bed for one of the guards. It's like a little pea stain on there. Gross. Ain't that right, Kate? We have a power door here so they can come in and out as they please. Moving on to level 2. Level 2's got a bit of a view on the outside, so the guards, have an idea of what's going on at all times. You can always keep an eye on things, make sure no shenanigans is going down. On the wall here, we have some of our long-range weapons for our Minutemen. We have a legendary Relentless Hardened Sniper Rifle, which charges up your critical meter every time you get a shot in bats. We have standard marksman's powerful sniper rifle, which doesn't have a legendary effect, but does a lot more damage, both with the Minutemen camos also matching, which is pretty sick if I do say so myself. I love the way they look. I have another little window here of the mess hall and stuff in the corner of the entrance. See one of our patrolmen leaving. You know, one of our undercover patrolmen. Wow. Over here, okay, over here we have a nice view of water and dam that we previously walked in on, which is like the only exit entrance to our settlement, which is cool. I love settlements with only one entrance. We have a little dock down there we can jump off or do some fishing. We're drunk, we go down. You know, just a nice little view of this overlooking stuff like that. It's a nice, beautiful ocean, or yeah, ocean, I guess lake it would be. We have a radio, and we're gonna put some pictures up here just to bring the aesthetic a little, you know, more together, don't you think? Like a nice little photo there, the map, make it look like the Minutemen are like planning something, you know, they got a little like, you know, little recon going on, or they're planning their next op or something like that, they're getting ready to go on a mission, and for the craps and giggles, we're gonna throw in a little Todd Howard's photo, because it cracks me up. Why would we not want to look at Todd Howard riding a horse as we prepare battle for the Minutemen? I just love that one. And you know what? Why not? We'll throw another one up there. We'll deck out this house with Minutemen. Even more now. That's cool. Alright. That being said, we're going to continue on to level 3. I don't think there's much here yet. It's just another guard bed. This little corner. Another little outlook showing the rest of the settlement. Sick. Alright. The third level is pretty secured. We have a switch power pylon, which lets us control the power throughout the entire camp, which is nice. We have a spotlight here overshadowing the entirety of the training camp and the training yard, making sure everybody is safe and sound while our Minutemen are accounted for. Settlers. On this side, we have another minigun turret, Mark 1, which is out here patrolling the backside of the settlement on the north side with the dock and the dam we were just previously looking at. And on this side, we have a nice colonel, a Minuteman colonel here, who is nicely patrolling and using this artillery machine, this artillery unit, which backs us up, as you know, in the Commonwealth. See the cow over there, the Brahmin from our patrolman. But yeah, the artillery gives the Minuteman General me the ability to call in artillery strikes wherever he wants across the Commonwealth, which is very helpful whenever we're taking down other factions and such, so that's nice. We have our recruitment radio beacon right here, which goes on and off whenever we have too many people here, but we're chilling right now, we have low numbers. So yeah, this is the armory slash barracks. I think it's one of my favorite buildings here. But, alright. Next up, we will head over to this side, and we will start off with our power building. We also have a, on the backside here, we have a little farm of corn, little corn farm here. Nice, you know, there's a lot of fertile farmland soil here, and like I said, the Minutemen is full of farmers and stuff like that, so not just soldiers, so we like to keep it true to our roots, and we have to have lots of food here to help supply the rest of the militia. Also, when there's some downtime, our Minutemen like to play hoops. As you can see here, we just freaking balling out here. The general likes to get his 2v2 on. Oh, slam dunk. Freaking goats! Yeah. But yeah, anyway, back to business. It's not always fun here. Sometimes there is. But, alright. Starting out over here, we have this weird, I don't know what this is. This giant corn thing. I don't know. But regardless, it is strange and not really useful. But so, because it's kind of ugly and not useful, we put water pumps in front of it. So, you know, need that water for a healthy king. You get it? Okay, you want to be in the video, but not everybody can be. Okay, back up. Anyway, the Minutemen General knows that, gosh, Foreman, I swear, sometimes I wish I left you at home. The Minutemen General knows that all the settlers and Minutemen get thirsty and dehydrated, and they need their water. So we've put multiple water pumps here. We have a few other manual ones as well around the settlement, but they're scattered. But these are the main two sources. Alright, now this little shanty right here is Alpha. I have our cabins here listed in the Greek alphabet. So, Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta, Epsilon, Zeta, Eta, Theta, Iota, Kappa, Lambda, Mu, Nu, Xi, Omicron, Pi, Rho, Sigma, Tau, Phi Chi Psi Omega Sir. That is the Greek alphabet, and that is how the military a lot of times identifies things. So I thought we are a form of military, so why not? So I've adapted it. So this is the first and I guess like initial cabin. That's why it is alpha, as you can see here. And it has a clinic stop, so we can, get healed up if there's any accidents in training, combat, or anything like that, or during your running and stuff like that. We have a clinic. I don't know where she's at. She's off duty right now or something. She must be on break. But coming around to the backside of the settlement, in this cabin alpha, we have rebuilt this wall here. We don't need this anymore, actually. But we've rebuilt this entire wall. Can't even get rid of it. I'm not in the area. We've rebuilt this cabin, and we have a door here. So you can go inside. This is where we have our power generator. We have our workout stations, our weight benches, so our Minutemen can get ripped, nice and muscular, so we can, buff up and beat some Raider and Gunner Booty. We have our fusion generator here, giving us a power. We love shoving these in areas like that. You guys know this if you're fans of the series so far. We also have a pommel horse, so we can, become agile and loose and not get snuck up on by the enemies and become alert. So yeah, this is cabin alpha. This is the part. This is where the power is. Now this little boardwalk walkway thing is just a little like structure that I have for like more of the heavy machine guns to protect this side of the camp and make sure that everything's going good and no one's safe or no one's not safe. I guess we want everyone to be safe. LMAO. Okay, continuing on. Ooh, we've left these little things everywhere. My ADHD is always so bad with this stuff. But here we have Beta, the second cabin here in Sunshine Training Camp. And Beta is just a standard cabin. It has just the normal amenities, like the bunk beds, little storage areas for our men, more bunk beds, and apparently feral ghoul reaver corpses. Gosh, these things just keep coming back like herpes. Shoo, you're free, child. You're free. There you go, Kate, take care of my light work. But yeah, so this is cabin Beta. Not much going on here. Alright, coming behind Beta, we do have another outhouse without a toilet. So we decided to upgrade and we decided to put a bunch of outhouses in here. We also have our Brahmin trap, which, oh no, something killed one of our Brahmin. Well, that's disturbing. We're going to have to investigate that in a future episode, but we have a door for each one of these outhouses, and they all come with fully furnished toilets that run and are functional. So, we don't have a backup of nastiness in our settlement, and we have some privacy. And multiple people can go once because we have a lot of people here. It's a training yard, so it's a little upgrade. Coming back to the swing of things. Now, the third cabin on our list here is Gamma. So it goes Alpha, Beta, and Gamma. Now, Gamma is another standing living quarters cabin. It is a little upgraded, I believe. Yes, it has the bunks, it has some dressers, some more bunks, some more dressers. It's a 3-person one. They get a little desk and a little chair, some downtime or whatever. So that is Gamma. Not a lot going on there either. Here we have another bathroom. We have a sink in this one. You can get like a drink of water, take a bath in this crusty, dusty, musty son of a gun. Take a poop, take a nice little deuce on the John. Yeah, nothing crazy, but it works. It's enough. Here we have back at our entrance in our mess hall, going around the Tato farm. We have our next cabin, which is Delta cabin. It is another standard living barracks. Don't think there's much in this one. This just has, standard 2 bunks, 3 bunks actually, and the desk, or, whatever you want to subway token, apparently. And a first aid kit, turpentine. I don't know what these guys are doing in here. They're getting weird, but whatever. Their downtime's their downtime. Okay, moving on from Delta, we have another little security platform I've built in here. We have a Minuteman settler on watch, protecting the back or the northwest side of the settlement. We have a nice little water tower there, I think. I don't know what these are. They're industrial shiz. It's not part of the settlement, but they're cool. I mean, they kind of block the view, but on this side, we have a nice little ramp with another machine gun turret guarding our quarters, which is always nice. Okay, the next cabin out there is Epsilon. Cabin Epsilon. It's pretty standard. I believe it's another 3. Yeah, it's another 3. Well, technically there's 6, but you know what I mean? 3 bunk beds, 6 beds. You can do the math. You know what I mean? There's some dressers, another desk with a bobby pin, got a clipboard for some reason, some more bunk beds. Pretty standard. Epsilon. Alright. Alright. So, one of the coolest and most fascinating areas of our settlement, I believe, is the shooting range. So, for this to be a training yard, not only do we have our gym and our track to run and our court and our farm and our artillery and all that stuff and our armory, we also have a firing range where we can practice shooting different guns at targets. And since the Minutemen hold grudges and we're not fond of the gunners, we dressed our targets up as gunners, as you can see here. So now the Minutemen can sit here and pick up a gun. You can just you can practice burning these mofos, as I'm doing, or disintegrating them, because you can disintegrate stuff apparently with the alien blaster. But yeah, so that's cool. Apparently it doesn't work as well with armor, but so that's what this is. This is our nice little shooting area. We're a fan of this. Like I said, we hold grudges here. Ash file. We can search it and we can get our stuff back. We're not too worried about it. We'll leave that there as a reminder. But that's the shooting range. We have signs up and everything so people know not to, get too close. With that being said, we have made it to our last cabin, which is cabin Zeta. And, it's just so happens we have the Zeta gun out here. You can see we have the shooting range stuff where you have your ammo guns and you can fix it up and stuff. Yeah, we have ammo crates littered everywhere here, so you have tools and everything you need to work on it. But here we go. Cabin Zeta is a standard 3-person, again, 6-person bunk. Dressers, 3 bunk beds, and we have a industrial trunk and another footlocker so we can hold our ammo, guns, and such. Since this is like close to the shooting range, we, hold some of our stuff there. Coming around this corner of the base, we have another fence, small area of protection. We have an artillery set up here, our second piece of artillery for this settlement. So we have a wider range and a broader, I guess. Alright, with that being said, the final portion of the artillery is the settlement settler slash Minutemen, who apparently has a bad back and arms it. That's comforting. As you can see here, it's aimed down to the Commonwealth to also aid the General. Give us a large blast radius. Up here we have a little boardwalk area with a guard, making sure nothing is amuck out here in the countryside, along with the raider hut. There's always raiders up to no good in there, shooting up chems or whatever it is raiders do. We have a nice little ensemble for them. They get break time, and sit here and ponder what it's like to be free, I guess. I don't know. Whatever Minutemen do on breaks. Yeah, this is back to the water tank crap. Let's see, you saw the cabins, the cornfield, the mess hall, the main command center. Trying to think of what else there is. We saw Alpha.
Rather be off murdering a pint. This'll do.
There might not be a, I'm not really sure if there's anything else or not that's interesting. I don't know, all in all, the settlement's pretty sick. I had a great time building here. It was pretty fun. I've never done anything to this extent at this level to the settlement. And it's really sick seeing all my Minutemen slash militia men and women in their military gear walking around and patrolling like the good Samaritans and good people we are. One sad note. It's a good video, it's positive. Everything's like looking sunny and nice and it's looking up, except for the gunners. But I do have to say it on a sad note, after I take my aggression out here. For those of you that know, sadly there's random encounters in the game of Fallout. And normally that's a good thing. Random encounters are great. It's how we get Gene, the reluctant dog salesman. It's how you get Kelly, the ramen saleswoman. It's how you get the scribe. It's how you get Ann Hargreaves. It's how you get Sheffield. Stuff like that. Really cool, really unique characters and really add to the game. Make your vendors tier 4 and stuff like that. However, sometimes tragedy can strike the random RNG spawning of Fallout 4. And when that happens, tragedy does strike. Now in the case for me, For those of you that don't know, there is a random encounter named Ron, which is a random bartender you can find out in the wilderness. Will spawn in a few random spots throughout the Commonwealth, depending on your level, where you're at, all that bull crap. It's just pretty much random. So you don't know what your chances are of finding him or when you will or whatever. And in my instance, sadly, he spawned behind our Sunshine Training Camp, which is like, oh, silly dilly, why is that a bad thing? That's good for the Minutemen, right? That's cool. That adds to the lore and adds to the world building and adds to the feel of it and everything. Yeah, in all actuality, oh no. Hold that thought. These thoughts are actually attacking Sanctuary Hills. Man, this game just knows when I'm about to go off on a tangent. I'm gonna put a pin in it right then. Sunshine Training Camp and Smiling Larry or Larry the bartender or Smiling somebody. I don't know. That's what I was talking about. That we're gonna put a pin in it. Who dares attack raiders? Ugh, you scumbags! Oh, you guys are done. I literally have an alien rifle. We have been visited from another species named Yamother. In her hot pocket per se, said y'all should leave while you got the chance, because it ain't looking good. Hot shots. My Minutemen are cracked. I'm cracked. Codsworth is cracked. And guess what? My Sanctuary Hills is hashtag guess cracked. So it doesn't really matter. I know there's more. Oh, nope, never mind. Actually, my cellular's still going up. Way to go, guys, girls, everyone in between, robots alike, kitties, dogs, toasters, robots, deathclaws. Congrats. Good job. Alright. Where was I? I guess leveling up. Why not? No, we'll save that for the end of the episode. Back to Sunshine Trading Camp. So, before we so rudely interrupted by those drug-fiending jerk-offs named Raiders. Ooh, nice spooky vibe. Ooh, I kind of like this. This could be the thumbnail. There's potential. Da-na-na-na. This is so creepy. I love it. But, anyway, back to what I was saying. There's Larry the bartender. Random encounter can spawn in. Great. However, sometimes there's locations where these random encounters spawn in where the player may not know exactly right away that they're there because it's not apparent or it's not up front or they might not be exploring that area yet. For instance, they might go to Sunshine Tidings Co-OP at the beginning of the game because Preston Garvey nags us and we are the Minutemen General and that's what we do. We want to help Minutemen, we want to make settlements, and we want to help everybody out. We want to save the day and be the good guy. That aside, I came here trying to help out and start a settlement. That's what I did. I put a recruitment beacon right up there. I put power, gave them enough water, food, the basic resources and necessities. Called it a day, bing, bang, boom. Visited later. That being said, my Larry the bartender spawned in here. The game spawned it in, which is fine and dandy, except there was a cruel, cruel prank played on me. And the tragedy that was struck, as you see, I'll take you out here to his little stand, his little bar restaurant. Stand, see, there it is. You can see the distance. Now, if someone just spawns in, makes their settlement recruitment beacon quick, and dips out of there with plans to build in the future, how in the frickin' HE double hockey sticks are you expecting them to see this? Which is fine. It's like, yeah, it'll be there when they eventually explore, except it won't, because it permanently spawns in. Here, you can see it in its glory. The little beer symbol. Kate's gonna run it, apparently. It says bar. It's nice. There usually is a guy there named Larry. And, yeah, what happened was he spawned in here and I wasn't ready to explore this area, so I went back to doing whatever the heck it is Minutemen do, probably help another settlement out. While he was spawned in here, that's all fine and dandy. He is chilling, right? Except this is one of the areas that is kind of silly in Fallout and the Commonwealth. And that random encounter engulfs or encircles or gets close to another random encounter, which I'll trigger right here, which is this raider shack, raider hut. So I have a guard right there, and I have the artillery guy, and I have multiple machine gun turrets. It's because I know that this is a random encounter that happens, where raiders always spawn here when you get too close, or you go in here and you check their chems. Oh look, Radact, watch, guarantee raiders. Look at that. So what had happened was, these douchebags spawned in and wandered a little too close to my poor. Whoa. Get Shrek'd, mate. They wandered a little too close to my friend Gary, apparently. And because of that, wow, there's some really, really lame stuff. And because of that, 2 raiders versus a bartender that's probably armed with a pipe pistol because of the game's NPC and gun choice of, like, main gun choice. Guarantee it was a pipe pistol or a pipe revolver, something crappy. Versus 2 raiders. It's 2 people, like, no, he's gonna lose. And he did. He died somewhere. And I never found him because I never was here for it. Because I was off doing goodness knows what. Pressing Garvey probably knows he's the only one. So, that being said, the tragedy is, whenever I came back here and was, like, exploring finally, and I was like, oh, crap, what's this? A random bar. I was excited. So I realized what had happened. And now, because of the way the game works, this stupid random encounter is forever stuck in place here in my save. And I'll never be able to have him for this gameplay. I'll never be able to bring you guys some cold ones by Larry the Bartender, sadly. It's not that deep. But I mean, at the same time, it is. Like, why, Bethesda? Why? So close, yet so far and being good. But anyway, back to the settlement. Back to the settlement build, the general says. Come hither, ye hussy. We have a settlement to finish showing off. Making our way through these industrial penises in our shooting range, in our Goodwill, whatever you want to call that area. We can conclude the tour by entering the center of the settlement and taking a nice look around. So, that being said, coming out here, we have the Alpha cabin hooked up to the water supply with the weird farm equipment beside it. I can't really do anything about that. You know, this is vanilla Fallout 4, so rip. Anyway, we have a nice little boardwalk area with some machine gun turrets to keep our booty safe from those raiders I just showed you. Alpha is also full of our power, and it also holds our clinic. So any of our Minutemen get hurt while training, they can, you know, fix themselves up. Oh, circle jerk going on over here, huh? Oh, what's going on, huh? You got a captain? You got this spiffy dude? You got this ET-looking mother trucker? You got this freaking... Alright, I'm done with this nonsense. Anyway, we got Beta cabin over here. When we got the Gamma cabin. We got a bathroom for whoever. We have 3 more outhouses down here with our 3.5 Brahmin. We're not going to say that one's dead just yet. I mean, there's some flies around him. He's got some loot, but I mean, he still could be trying. You never know. Nice little poopers. Little pooper huts for our settlers. And there's Gamma cabin. There's the main HUD for Sunshine Training Camp. Scavengers, all our workbenches, our power armor, our Tato farm. Woo, Tatos to the max. Then you have our cornfield again. Quickly coming around, we have main entrance. We have Minutemen switching duties, apparently. Here, let me get the door for you. My guy, you're welcome. General says, this guy is always on break, I swear. He must be a chain smoker, not the band. I have a mess hall. No one ever seems to spend time in, so glad we helped fix this place up for you ungrateful brats. And, yeah, coming around, we have one more go at the armory. This guy's contemplating, whoa, he's got the moves like Jagger. I'll tell you that. He's contemplating if he wants to put that bastard down and get a laser musket, or if he wants to keep it because of the sick camo. I don't know, I vote keep it for the sick camo. Can appreciate the view one more time. Whoa, bro, appreciate the view one more time. Go up here, look around. No one's manning the artillery deck, so if I go out there and call for some, I'm screwed. Love that. Settlers. And yeah, that brings us to the old Delta and Epsilon cabins, which look pretty fine, pretty swine. We have another metal dildo over there in the distance. We have Zeta cabin coming up here on the left with our last artillery setup and our shooting firing range, where we pretend these are, you know, Flint, or whatever his name is, the Minutemen, who betray us at Quincy and is partially responsible for the downfall and the sad depression that Preston Garvey has fallen into. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this tour of my training yard for my militia. This is where Geo General makes all brand new Minutemen and breaks them in for the rigorous fighting and battles ahead. And also, some nice don'ts getting laid up on these nerds, you know what I'm saying? Generals out here freaking dropping nukes like it's World War II 1948 heroes. Call this Kobe. All right, back to the video. Anyway, this is where everybody gets broken in. The new recruits get sent here. They get trained up at the yard, and then they get shipped out to a different settlement to defend at a hat's drop. With that being said, the general would like to wish everyone a great evening and a happy freedom. Yeah. With that being said, I'll see you in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a subscribe. And by it, I mean me. I'd appreciate it. It's how I feed my children. And by children, I mean my colony of hermit crabs that I've adopted from the beach. So yeah, don't want any of those many hungry mouths going unfed. So yeah, give us a like that. And we'll see you in the next one. I make these videos every day. That being said, soldiers, at ease.